And we're back, folks.
All right, let me then be in the Costco sample late for a minute.
Okay.
Before we get hungry again. Need water?
I mean, I'll never turn one down. Just waiting for some folks to come in. Anyway, while we're waiting, we got 4 rods out. Rods 1, 2, and 4 from the left to the right have live pinfish on them. Rod number 3 has a live grunt slash pigfish on it. There we go. Somebody's here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Wild Hook. Hey, Don R. Appreciate you guys joining. Okay, so what we've got going on, folks, is rods 1, 2, and 4 have pinfish on them. Rod 3 has a live grunt on it. Hello, Troy. Good to see you, my friend. Something is jumping behind me. Whatever it is, stop. So, in our earlier live, we saw 3 dolphins, and that was about it. Man, I wish I had my topwater rod with me. Something is definitely jumping over there. It's just one fish, so I don't know. I did get some action on this one earlier. Make sure he's still there. I don't feel him. Ah, there he is. He was getting a little nervous earlier. He's still on there. And all of these rods, except for this one has a smaller fish on it, if I remember correctly. The others are, 4 or 5 inchers. That was probably a 3-incher or so. And Ashley did catch me one extra grunt that's waiting to go visit some friends, but she decided to go in for a bit. See if I can catch something over here. She had nothing but bait thieves earlier. Hey, Rick, good to see you, my friend. Appreciate all of you folks coming in and visiting. Ah, so what I was seeing is thought was a piece of shrimp on here was just a piece of shell. Pinfish have gotten smarter. They used to just bite a sticky ring. They're like, look, bro, we got to put some shrimp on there or something. We ain't falling for this. That second rod's getting nervous again. That may have just been the weight getting it. He's up on the front side of the dock. We'll go check the back side. Well, our dad's on the top of the roof cutting tree limbs down. Well, there's my biggest fish of the day right there. That's pinfish. It's also the smallest pinfish up there. Look, honey, I almost got a pinfish.
Hey. I thought it looked like you were catching something on your chest.
The grunt's probably looking at him going, that could be dinner. It's like if my mouth opened just a little further.
I'm gonna ask you nicely to bake my hook for me.
Well, I mean, if you're going to ask me nicely to bake your hook for you, I guess I will.
And then, you know. I'm gonna catch you some more fish. Yeah, because they were enjoying the buffet asking them or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, it's still a pinfish is still a fish, but it was just the fact that it wasn't quite even a fish yet. It was it was
Egg?
it was just above egg status. That gives us two baits in the hole. Got 10 people in and 5 thumbs up. Appreciate you folks. Hello, Amanda. I don't think I saw you, but that doesn't mean anything. I don't think I see Amanda. Unless Wild Hook is Amanda. I don't know. Yeah, USPS is getting bad. Or maybe Don's in 2 streams and Amanda's on the other one. I don't know. Anyway, and if you are here, I missed you, then hi, Amanda. Check, make sure I've got all chat turned on. Yeah, all. Caught me another little fish. He couldn't even get the little shrimp in his mouth. Actually found the other egg.
Maybe it's petite.
So I've got one of those flow troll buckets from Frayville, and I thought I wasn't sure how I was going to use it. The main purpose was to use on the kayak, but man, when you're fishing off the end of a dock, they are nice. They let plenty of water through, so the fish stay alive. I had some shrimp that stayed alive in there for a couple of days. The ones that died were the water's so hot they were getting poached. Literally, they came out pink. Hey, Randall. Good to see you, my friend. Give you a wrench. See what that looks like on you. If it's not the right size, let me know, and we'll find some. We'll see if we can find another wrench for you. So Ashley and I are down in Florida visiting her family. And I'm out here fishing and having a good old time. And so far this week, we've caught 3 gaff top sail cats, 1 clear nose ray, and then something got off that I don't know what it was. It broke me off. It broke off 20-pound line, and it was pulling drag like there was nothing. It just was just screaming. But I don't know how fast stingrays can swim, but it felt kind of like something that was trying to grab hold of the bottom. He peeled off probably about 100 yards of drag, and I pulled him in closer to the dock, and then he just went on another trip, and then got a couple doors down into their dock and broke me off. That right pinfish, right rod's getting a little loving. So the rods that I'm using, the far left, that is a Pin Pursuit 4 combo, so it's a pin rod. If you look at the one next to it, it looks like it's a pin, or it looks similar in color. That is an H2O X, starts with an M. It's their $40 or $50 rod. Let's say a Medlin or something like that, but I forget what it is. Metal, M-E-T-T-L-E. Pretty decent rod. It's that one's got to be a medium. Then we've got a Cast King Cat Tech rod. That is the third rod. all going from left to right. And the right one is a Walmart Ozark Trail grit stick. And I got that because when I come down here, I really want to bring two-piece rods if I can. Um, and that one's a little heavier. Um, I will say that from using it, I mean, it's a fiberglass rod. It's not something you want to be casting and retrieving all day. But for what I'm using it for, it's great for that purpose. I've got the two casting reels of the PC Fun Alios 300s. And then I've got a Spinfisher 4500 spinning reel and a Pursuit 4 spinning reel. Both of those are from Penn. Rays are fast. Okay, well that may very well have been a ray then, because it just he left with the quickness, and I mean it wasn't even just it wasn't pull stop. It was zzz. Yeah, he was definitely he booked it. And I'll be honest with you, if it was a stingray, I didn't want to catch it anyway because I'm not a big fan of stings. So I will say something. The first gaff top sail cat I caught, he spined me. Actually, it looks like he got me twice. And I mean, it was a decent amount of blood in my hand. But people talk about how they're poisonous, which would really be venom if it were venomous. But and how your hand will swell for 3 weeks and all this kind of nonsense. No, it hadn't really bothered me. I mean, I see the little holes in there. Of course, I did rub it on the slime as soon as he got me. But anyway, it's interesting when you hear, because I watch a bunch of the guys that surf fish, and they talk about the catfish down here, especially the hardheads, because nobody likes to eat them. The sail cats are apparently edible, but I haven't tried either. Luke from Catfish and Carp, he tried hardhead, and he said they tasted kind of like channel cats to him. But people down here consider them trash fish, just beyond trash fish. Hey, Bitty Cent. Not sure what size you are. We'll try you with a middle size wrench. See how you like that one. If that one doesn't fit, you can trade it in with one of the other guys.
Costco sample ladies back to reload samples.
Yeah, you want to just grab a chair and sit for a while? Because we got 3 in the well.
Oh. That was precisely what I was trying to avoid. When I 100% accomplished.
Well, you can untie them. Ain't that much work, baby. You want me to get it for you? Ooh, what are those? I don't know, what are they? Oh, they're little babies. They both have a little filth in them. In the back crack. Yeah, Troy, lionfish are down here too. Invasive species, catching me, have to kill them and all this kind of stuff. And I think lionfish are the ones that you don't want to pierce their guts. I think they're toxic. There's something down here that's toxic. But anyway, yes, they are venomous. The spines on those things are supposed to be not good. But I'm told if prepared correctly, lionfish tastes good. Hey, Mike Lockhart. Well, so far I've caught 9 people with 6 thumbs up. Does that count for anything? We've got, what we end up with, 5 pinfish and 2 grunts, but they're just bait fish, so there's that. I saw 3 dolphin earlier in the previous stream. The wind is picking up some, which is good because earlier it was flat calm. But we got 3 pinfish out and a grunt out right now, and we're watching the flagpoles be flagpoles. We're fishing in the Intracoastal Waterway, and we went to the sand pile, which is all the way at the end of this barrier island. You know, 40 feet across the little sandbar there is the actual Gulf, and the water in the Gulf was clear, whereas this is a little stained. And there's a lot of grass here. There wasn't any grass over there, and the water, I felt it was probably 10 degrees cooler. Because while this is all connected, we've got the rivers that feed the bays. The bays come down to the Intracoastal. Then you got the barrier island, and then you got the Gulf. But it's probably
Yeah, there's paths and all that.
3 miles one way to get to Gulf water, and probably 6 the other way to get to the actual Gulf. To the open water, I guess would be a better way of putting it. I mean, technically, this is the Gulf, I think. I've seen a little bit of boat traffic go by. This weekend is a big air show for the Thunderbirds. Blue Angels, excuse me, Blue Angels. Am I making up the Thunderbirds, or is that a different group? I know there was the Fabulous Thunderbirds. That was music. But the Blue Angels down here at the Naval Air Station, Pensacola, they're doing a show this weekend, and they're practicing today, I think. Although I haven't seen them around.
Yeah, that weather this morning.
Yeah, the weather this morning probably held that off. Yeah, we had a good storm this morning. Not one of the quick ones that just kind of comes through and wets the grass and moves on. This one was sustained. Good grass wetter. Good ground wetter. So the water we're fishing is probably in the 8 to 10 feet range. And if we got out to the channel and get up to about 20 feet, but I can't cast that far from the dock, definitely. The dock has a nice roof over it, which makes, in between it and the pilings, makes it a little difficult to cast. I know, first world problems. Still got 6 of you here. I appreciate it, everybody. Hey, PMB Catfishing Paul, how you doing, my friend? Got something over here to the left of me flicking around. I do have a bait over there, so maybe whatever is being chased will become deciding what's to chase my pinfish. The bait, we're using live pinfish on 3 of them and a live grunt on the other. They're probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches long. One of the pinfish is shorter. It's probably, a 3 to 4 incher. What was funny is the sail cat that Ashley caught a couple days ago. It it hit the pinfish, and the pinfish it came off in the battle. But when it came up on the dock, it spit up half of a hardtail, which is a blue runner jack. Um, hang on, not blue runner, blue. Maybe it is a blue runner. I forget. Anyway, a hardtail jack that was probably piece she spit up was what, probably 8
It's as
inches.
big as, yeah, it was bigger than the whole pinfish that also came out of his mouth.
And you know,
Went around.
half of it was just bone, and the rest of it, you know, was the tail from where
Yeah,
he'd been
that
chawing
big
on it and stuff.
spine.
Yeah, it was the back half. It was his spine and stuff. It was interesting to see what can fit in these fish's mouth because the mouth ain't that big. Oh, and the one on the right, he was getting frisky. Now that's a fairly good sized pinfish. The one on the right rod. And he's also sitting on I think he's got a 3-ounce sinker. Everybody else has a 1 ounce. I rigged him up last night. We were going to try to go fishing, but it was so windy. It just tying the rig was a pain in the tush. Yeah, he is definitely thinking that he's got a friend over there. So with these live,
And there's light blade.
yeah, but it was even jiggling a little bit more. These live baits, when they get something near them, they get agitated because they don't want to be dinner. The species that we're most likely to catch are probably going to be hardheads or gaff-top sailfish. But it could be, we could get anything from speckled trout to black drum, red drum, possibly flounder. I doubt the mackerel are going to come up in the bays, but we could get
I think there's warm water right now.
Spanish or king. Yeah, nothing wants the warm water. I think that's really what's holding it against us. The warm water and the dinginess of it's going to give us more catfish, honestly. And her parents told me that Wednesday night we were having fish, so I needed to catch some. Last night they told us we're having leg quarters for dinner. So I guess they figured out the giant fish fry ain't occurring. You know, I probably still have some cigar minnows in the freezer, I mean. Well, I didn't want to feed them catfish. I figure, you know, that seemed. I mean, they live in Louisiana and get catfish anytime they want it. The action over here, this one is straight out left. The action I'm seeing is further back. Let's pull this one in. I'm going to swing it back a little bit. This pinfish appears to have expired. He's still edible. Oh, number two's getting some left rod's kind of behind us. That's a big old boat.
Jiggly suddenly.
Huh?
One of the right's a little jiggly.
Yeah, he's been.
Jiggly.
I think part of it's because
The waves.
he's up against the dock piling a little bit. Piece of grass on him that was catching more of the water. Eight marvelous people in here. Glad to have you all here. Yeah, we're up at the north end of the state, right at the Alabama line, Troy. We haven't been down. We're not down at the Keys. Been nice though. Keys is gorgeous from what I've seen. But honestly, I was.
All away from here.
Oh, second ride again. I was amazed at how clear the water was on the other side of the sand pile. Yeah, number 2 is definitely not happy with. Well, and now he's back to silent. And now he's loose. Let's see what happens with him. Oh, yep, he got tighter again. That could just be the pinfish doing his thing down there. I think that's the smaller of the pinfish. I keep hoping whatever's harassing him catches him. Yeah, Troy, that's the way you catch paddlefish is by snagging. They're filter feeders. They plankton and stuff like that's pretty much all they eat. Problem is these days, if you go snagging in the Mississippi, you're more likely to catch Asian carp than anything. I think that fish on rod number 2 is just letting me know it's going to break my heart one way or the other. Like, I will not be eaten, sir. It won't happen. He'd been dragging the weight with him. He was coming back up to the dock any way he could. Bull sharks come up the Mississippi fairly regularly, especially when the salinity gets bad like it did last year. With as much water as should be flowing from the storms up north, I think they wouldn't want to be there. But I know Creoles caught some up where the Chapelai and the Mississippi meet. It's about 2 hours north of New Orleans, so. I believe I've heard of them in Missouri before. Yeah, Pensacola. Was it Pensacola or was it like over Destin area? Somewhere up around here. Had two shark, or well, three people, but it was two different events, about a mile or so from each other. They said it was the same bull shark, and then South Padre Island down by Adventure America had a bull shark attack a couple of people down there as well. It's interesting that they think it's the same shark. Well, not the same one between those two different places, but in the multiple attacks in the same general area. I don't quite understand why you'd hit one person, go a mile or two and hit somebody else. I think the news plays up the shark attacks because they are that infrequent. I mean, but I think that the local areas try to downplay them a little bit. But what people don't understand, the sharks are always here. It's not like the sharks, moved in from 100 miles away. They're here.
Snowbirds.
They're here all the time. When you're swimming, they're here. People shark fish off the surf all the time.
Yeah, they usually don't like to hang out near people, but
Yeah, they're not. They don't tend to come after a bunch of people swimming and splashing, but they're still around. There's also this notion, I think, inspired by Jaws, that great whites are, the only sharks that attack people. And whether they meant to attack a person or if they thought it was a seal, I don't know. It seems sketchy to me. I don't know that they really care for the difference. I mean, they're predators. They don't,
they're just ordering off the available.
Yeah, it's like, here's something to eat. Not like they targeting
Can't
anything
go to
specific.
Chick-fil-A and demand a cheeseburger.
There you go. Although it is interesting, and while they're not actual whales, but the orcas, which are really big dolphins, orcas / killer whales, are actually targeting ships, boats, I should say. I forget where. It's not anywhere in the U.S. So I want to say Middle Eastern kind of area. Rod 3, what you gonna do for me, Rod 3? Nothing, just wanted to make sure I was still awake. Got it. But they do coordinated attacks. They have sank a number of boats. Of course, what I think is happening is they managed to catch a fishing boat and broke it open like a pinata. I was like, ooh, look, dinner. There's a fish. Maybe. That's fish. Is it fish? Oh! And it's a good fish.
Fish.
It's starting to feel like second verse, same as first. Yeah, I hope y'all hear that drag. Just peeling. Good thing is he's not going towards the one neighbor's dock. And he hadn't stopped yet. Ah! Tighten the drag line a little too much. It's 30-pound braid, so with a 40-pound mono leader, so. No, it doesn't feel like it has nothing on it. We'll see how much of this rig I get back. There's the sinker.
All but the hook?
Pretty much all but the hook. He didn't pull it free. And didn't like pull the hook. What am I trying to say?
Like it didn't unknot?
No, it didn't unknot. That looks like might be where the no-knot snell entered the hook. Well, dirty word.
Mud?
Yes, mud. Yeah, that. That one was running one of these, I don't know, 4/0, 5/0 hooks. So we'll get this one tied back up. Check that leader and see if there's any fraying on it. Nope, just at the end. Man. Well, that's kind of what happened to me a couple days ago. Same general concept. Except this one didn't last even that long. Just peeling and running and the end of that. So I'm going to tie this one back on with a uni snell. I had set the drag a little bit light, not real light, just a little bit, so that I'd have the opportunity. Well, so that it wouldn't try to drag everything that I want into the water. Even though I do have the cooler there, the rod holders are attached to it, tied down to the dock. but also so if I was off in another area, it would not just break the rod in half. There's the big one. I want, feeling the big one. I want the little ones. I have 3 baits in here. One of them's a big grunt, and 2 of them are small little pinfish. And since this is a smaller hook, and with a smaller pinfish. There he is. Somewhere. Big tail hooked. That was absolutely frustrating. Let's see. Yep, you can eat shark. And Troy is right about that. You really have to know your shark species because you're only allowed to keep certain kinds. The Strait of Gibraltar. Yeah, that's where the orca were. But yeah, it's interesting. I think I get the feeling that, that's not the feeling. I'm thinking wild guess that they, maybe one of the boats got hit by a storm or something, or broke open or something, and spilled a bunch of fish in, and they're like, "Hey, look, we found a way to find dinner." But that's just a wild guess that has no basis in anything. Just me trying to come up with any kind of reason why orcas would start targeting boats. That was a frustrating fish. Again, I mean, it was just like the other one. It just went, and that was all it was going to do was just whoopsies. Just messed up my own line. That was a heartbreaker. I've stepped away for a second, trying to catch some more bait. I don't know how these fish get so good at taking shrimp off a hook. Man, they can do it. And shrimp is not very sturdy bait, but still. I think that even once they got the shrimp off the hook, the little fly would still have enough shrimp smell that they would think, hey, maybe that's still edible. Once the shrimp's gone, they are like not touching it. Huh? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even go.
There you go. Yeah. Got another little bitty pinfish. Well, you are not kidding about that, John Parker. You missed it, my friend. The one good bite that I had, the one bite, he went screaming with the reel. And I tightened down the drag too much trying to turn him, and he went one way, and my heartbreak went the other. But welcome in, John. I hope the lovely Miss Dana is sitting next to you watching me show off my fish catching prowess. So we got a dead pinfish on the left rod. It didn't start out that way, but that's how he is now. He reached his final destination earlier. I got a little bitty pinfish on rod 3. Rod 2 is a fairly small, but not a little 2-incher that's on rod 3. And rod 4, I believe, no, it's got a pinfish on it. Rod 3 had the grunt. That's the one that they ate, was the grunt. Oh! No, sorry. Rod 3 still has the grunt. It was rod 2 that went off earlier. I think. It's been a while.
Oh, I think I was the barnacles.
You caught barnacles? I don't need a barnacle. I'm so bright my mama calls me son.
Amazing.
You're too amazing. So yeah, rod 3 was the one that had the fish on it, and that was the grunt. So rod 3 has the baby pinfish on it now. Oh, and that one did not have a small hook. It had a 8-aught. What, honey? Now you got one? Actually got another pinfish. So the two really good bites are fish that we couldn't turn. They both came on grunts. Leave that to mean what it means. So we got 2 small pinfish. I think there's another grunt in the bucket and a decent sized pinfish. I should take that back. That one was a pinfish that they went after, because the grunt's on the right rod. Okay, so there went my theory that I like grunts better. I'll check on the grunt. He hadn't done much in a while. Yeah, okay, he's still there. I mean, I knew he was still there, but he's still among the living. He seems to be getting a little nervous. Seems to be getting a lot nervous. You want to come over here, Ash? Rod 2 looks like it's about to have a guest. He's moving a decent amount for no reason at all. I mean, I ain't guaranteeing he's going to do anything, but he's been doing a little bendy action. Dragging him a little loose, but
Gosh, and it's so still today.
what's so still?
Water.
Yeah. I'd get out on the kayak and go out, but I'm afraid I'd get crispy fried.
Lightning or?
No, like more sunburn.
Yeah, I understand that. This is so much version of crispy fries.
Down here in season, legal season is most everything except triggerfish, which are reef fish anyway, so they're not going to be up here. But what we're looking for, with a good chance at a hardhead or gaff top sail catfish, either one of those are the likely species. We've got rays, we've got skates, speckled trout, we've got flounder, red drum, black drum. If you go out into the actual Gulf as opposed to the intercoastal here, pompano, but they're starting to wind down. Jack, not jack, mackerels, of course jacks, but nobody eats those. My first trip out here, I thought I'd caught a couple of pompano off at the dock, small ones, but I think they were actually jacks. I think they were Creval jacks.
Yeah.
Oh, Ashley has caught me another one. Whoa! Well, that's a grunt.
I know, it's kind of heavy for this little rock. There you go.
There's a grunt / bigfish. Say hi. Say hey, everybody. Not so much. You done talking? Please, a man a few words today.
He was talking, but now he's ready for his lawyer to be present.
I'm not going to tell you to stop fishing, but you don't have to feel like you're obligated to catch bait right now. If you want to catch more, I mean, I've had a dozen pinfish in that thing before, and they've all been fine. Because it really does let water flow through there. They get their oxygen, they get clean water.
One guy's.
Still hear him grunting underwater.
Uh-huh.
He is not a happy camper. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not.
Thanks much. Not afraid.
I mean, yeah, it sounds like he's calling for a friend. It's like, I want to try phoning a friend today. Okay, second rod's getting nervous. You guys may not be able to see. I may not be able to see that, but I can see it. 6 people still watching. 9 thumbs up. I'm sure 3 of those are from Dana. She always did like me more than John.
Alright, let's see what I got this one. Oh, shit.
So you caught some poop, apparently. Whoa! Mama caught her a fish. Hey, now you got it. Stop. Stop.
Oh, he's purring.
Not only is he purring,
Is that a catfish?
listen to this. Now here's the thing.
I told you I wanted to get.
I think it's a redfish. He doesn't have the dot on his tail. Boy, I wish Gigability was here. I don't think it is a redfish because it doesn't have the dot on his tail. Boy, he's definitely a bottom feeder. He's definitely making noise.
I don't know what it is, but it was fun. Just seen a rod bender.
And those are some chompers. And they're not teeth, but they're like catfish teeth. I don't know if redfish make that kind of noise. See if Troy is in here and knows what it is. Nope. No comments.
Wait, let's get out my Google.
I mean, unless that's a grunt or a croaker or something. But because I don't know what he is, I have to let him go.
Google says Atlantic croaker.
Apparently it's croaker.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Good catch. I mean, I was thinking. I didn't think drum mate. Ah! He escaped.
Flying fish?
Yeah, he went to be a flyfish. Okay.
Well, that's cool.
I did not know you could get that kind of results. So there it was, an Atlantic croaker, folks.
That's pretty cool.
I should have had you pull the bucket up. That's
Can
my
I
fault.
save this picture?
If you want to.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
I don't either. Well, that was a nice fish.
Right? We're getting good at this.
You're getting good at this.
I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Had that body shape like I expected out of a redfish. So Ashley caught me a croaker and I lost it.
That's why we can't have nice things.
That's why we can't have nice things. Been live for an hour and 12 minutes, and still got 6 people in here. Appreciate everybody that's in here. I kind of thought that with going with the vertical format that I'd get a bunch of the kids in here. But that hasn't happened, and I don't know if it's a bad thing. Oh, down to 4. Apparently 2 people didn't like me saying they were here. All right rod and left rod. The left rod maybe just wind. Not right second, I should say. The reason I went vertical was because I had a stream going horizontal earlier, and everybody left. I think it's because NJ is live, and I certainly understand them watching him. So I thought I'd go vertical to try to get some of the shorts people in here, and that didn't work either. Scotty has been doing really good with these verticals, getting people in, getting getting new folks in. Although they come in with things like, I just pooped. Oh yeah, that sounds like kids. I'm like, that's you wanted to join a live stream to tell everybody that?
One of those.
I mean, it's a really big boat, and I don't see any rod holders on it. I'd hate to
We're
think
gonna need stronger line, that's what
I'd hate to think they spent that much money on.
you can buy some rod holders. I mean, it's got a big GPS thing on it. Just find it, do that.
That's a bridge finder.
I found it.
I do think I see some rods off the back still. You got those dark tinted windows so nobody can see inside, like cruising in their 80s Oldsmobile. Caprice Classic, I tell you. I ain't want to know how much money that thing cost. Definitely more than I'd pay for it. Oh, the right rod is getting some love in.
Well, definitely heard some commotion down there a minute ago too.
And it's gone a little loose, see if there's anything on it.
Always.
Well, I feel him. That's it. So maybe trying to get closer to the safety of the dock. I believe that's exactly what he's doing.
That purple that we dropped down there.
He's right up at the dock, basically. See if whatever was bothering him comes closer or not. Oh, oh! Did you get him one? Had a gull come down and touch water. He didn't dive in it or anything. It was like he was picking something up off top. Let me send this one back out a little further. I'm gonna need to sling bait where you're standing. Yeah, that's a good grunt. All right, that's pinfish. So what was the grunt that got eaten earlier? That's it. It's gonna get rod 3 and 4 are real close to each other. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this one out further right. So try this again. Still wanted it further right, but it'll be fine. Well, Mike, appreciate you joining, my friend. Have fun at work, whatever that means. Fun work, I don't know. The thing is, I watch these YouTube channels down here that are fishing for pompano, and they're like, I'm sitting here running 30-pound braid. I'm like, you're trying to catch a 3-pound fish. But now that I've had 2 of them just run off and leave me heartbroken, I get it. It's weird though, because that one headed straight for open water and the other one headed straight for a dock. I don't know. I had this feeling like he was starting to turn when the line broke. But I maybe just been an idiot. Come on, fishy, fishy. I really do appreciate everybody watching right now. We're down to 3. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the ones that leave it running so that we rack up some hours. Did a couple of shorts yesterday and a like a 10, 12-minute video of a storm rolling through. Picked up over 100 subs yesterday, which is really nice. Up near like 775, somewhere in there right now. Just because you disappear and I don't know that you're disappearing and then you come back. If you go back inside, ask if they know where the shrimp are. I mean, if they, I don't think they put them in the gumbo last night, but if they did, then that's fine. But these are getting a little soft from coming in and going out. And
We didn't put shrimp in the gumbo last night.
huh?
We didn't put shrimp in the gumbo.
I didn't think so, but I don't know what happened to it. I couldn't find it in there. Oh yeah, Jack should be doing Macaroni and cheese for lunch.
I think he's already eaten it.
Oh. Oh, it was just for him?
Alright, he made like the big family size box. I did.
So single serve, got it, yeah.
He probably didn't have that.
He got
Yeah,
offended when I
there's-
talked about putting crawfish in it. Like, no.
You're a purist, huh? It's mac and cheese
If it doesn't come with powdered cheese, it ain't good.
there. That's the kind he likes.
Yeah.
That's the kind I like too, yeah.
Well, it's what we grew up on.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of the others are too. I don't know.
Don't say cheesy, because
No,
we
that's
can't be
not-
friends.
No, that's not it. But it is like a weird texture.
Yeah, like Velveeta, it's like
Like the shells and cheese one.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do that.
it just doesn't,
The
I don't know
taste is
why it
off
doesn't
and
feel
the
right.
texture's off.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right for some reason.
I'm like, oh no, this is all wrong. I go get in the kayak and come out here and snag all your wine.
Go for it.
See if we ever find that fishing rod from that
Even if we find that rod that went over, it doesn't matter.
one time. That was so long ago.
It's-
It's long gone.
Well, it's trashed regardless. Saltwater's done killed it. She's talking about is we had I think it was the first time I was here, had a rod leaned up against, behind an Adirondack chair, leaned up against it, and before I could react, the rod was in the water. Mike, you work in a recycling plant, recycle aluminum cans, give money to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Awesome. That is awesome, Mike. St. Jude is, I grew up around Memphis, a couple hours away. And so, we always heard about St. Jude and telethons and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't realize how nationwide that truly was until I was older. Used to have the, Jerry Lewis did the telethon, didn't he? I mean, I know it was Danny Thomas's, but I think Danny was already gone by then. I think Jerry Lewis. Telethon for the kids or something.
It's so flat.
It really is. Be a good day to go out kayak, good day to get in the boat, good day to do a lot of things. Good day for that fish back there to quit taunting me.
Or to jump on a hook.
Well, I'm glad you caught that croaker. Now I know what one looks like.
Learn stuff off
How did you find that?
What?
What it was? It just did a Google image picture?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Because that's been my biggest fear of these fish is
I don't know what I'm
not,
fishing with.
don't know what it is, so I can't keep it.
Always safer to err on that side.
Oh yeah. $500 plus a pop, it's definitely safer to error that way. There was one YouTuber up in DC. He knew the rod limit was 3. He got with 4 anyway. And a few of his buddies were like, look, dude, if you're going to be doing this live, don't use 4 rods. They will catch you. Nothing like documenting your own activities.
Be another big hook.
I mean, he'd even say, yeah, I was supposed to have 3, but I got 4 out. Down to 2 people and 10 thumbs up. Well, that ain't good. Yeah, but sent. Actually, the subs came off of shorts mostly. I put up two shorts, about a 12-minute video on a storm yesterday. That's when most of my subs picked up. I did pick up a few off of the live streams, but yeah, it's nice to pick up these subs. Because for the longest, I wasn't trying. I knew I wasn't trying. Like I couldn't come up with the content other people were putting out was good, and there was nothing I could add, or I didn't feel like I was adding anything. This is something different for me. This is something that, as somebody who hadn't been to the saltwater in his adult life, basically, um, definitely not fishing. This is all something new I can share. It's new for me, and maybe it's something other people don't see all the time. That little baby crab, that was hilarious. I love that thing. I went over to a pole and I picked off a couple of barnacles because I wanted to see what a barnacle looked like on, inside the shell. And ended up grabbing him, a snail, and a crab, all by accident. Well, no, the snail and the crab were accidents. The crab likes it. They're going, what is this little thing crawling? It felt like a little tick crawling around on your hand. It was really an eerie feeling as I was walking back to where the camera was. Yeah, I hate the game of having to, do shorts. Um, but it's what YouTube wants to do. They want to compete with TikTok. Why? I don't know.
It's a steak, bro.
Yeah, but if TikTok stayed in their own lane and YouTube stayed in their own lane, because I don't get TikTok. To me, too much junk happens on the screen with, people throwing hearts and goofy stuff, and I understand the content creators make more money on it, but 10 seconds of this, 20 seconds of that, it's like, I don't know, not my thing. Yeah, 50-cent money. That's exactly right. But I feel like YouTube had their niche. And just like everything Google touches, they want to be the monopoly of everything. I feel like TikTok had their niche. They should just left it that way, in my opinion. But yeah, it's all about money. People make it sound like Chunky is printing a gold mine over on TikTok. I don't know. I can't watch it. I can't. Yeah, it moves too fast. Exactly. And for live, people want the live interaction. And when you get too many people into a live, there is no live interaction. You can't keep up. And to me, it just becomes trying to do the interaction and missing the fishing. Okay, babe. Out there, you see the little black thing floating? I'm guessing that's just a bird.
I don't see a black thing floating.
The tall high rise by itself, you got the boat over here. Right on the sandbar. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a bird or something.
Yeah.
So fast,
Oh,
dolphin maybe?
a bunch of little bait fish flipping right there.
You know?
Well, no, I thought, but he would have gone down by now.
Not necessarily. It's real shallow right there.
This is true. and he just disappeared. So there you go.
Absolutely.
Doesn't mean it couldn't be a bird too, but
Yeah, because moving through the water are real fast, you know?
hey, Higgy Homestead, good to see you. I don't know if y'all can hear that little fish jumping back behind us. Nothing exciting, unfortunately. Yeah, Randall, I think everybody from DC, with the exception of DMB Whisker King, I think they're all on TikTok. I saw Bex in one of the tournaments recently on YouTube, but I ain't seen her. I haven't seen them in a while. And he does YouTube every now and then, but I think he's spending most of his time over on TikTok. I know there very briefly, Chunky went to trying to stream on both platforms, but even then he was focusing on the TikTok people. He was like, the YouTube people, the stream's running, I can't follow both, so yeah. But the vertical format's not my thing. The only reason I went vertical on this one was honestly trying to get people that aren't normal people who'd watch my channel, not from the catfish community or the fishing community in general.
Appeal to a larger crowd.
Appeal to a larger crowd, there you go. A more diverse audience. Because NJ was live and he's got a much bigger following, and nothing wrong with that at all. I was actually in there earlier this morning myself. But I didn't think he would stay live as long as he did. So I was just trying to drum up some extra people, and that didn't work either. Got 2 people watching. I appreciate everybody. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up for a while. We'll be back later on tonight, I'm sure. But get in the middle part of the day, go hang out with the kids and the family a little bit. Everybody, I appreciate you watching. Thanks for coming. I'll go ahead and get these reeled in. Y'all can stick around for that if you want. I have found that tail hooking these bait fish seems to do better for their longevity. Well, we were fishing on credit on this one. This was that one that I retied earlier. Had the little baby on him.
Juice it out of there.
And this one we know has expired. Oh. He did get somebody loving on him a little bit. That is weird. I mean, all they did was pop his head and take his gills. That was weird. There's one gill left in there. Another little pinfish. Just in case anybody's not seen a pinfish, this is what a pinfish looks like. I call them pinfish because they are pointy everywhere. I'll put him back in the bait bucket. Send them back down. Folks, thanks for watching. Appreciate everybody being here. We'll be back on later tonight, I'm sure. Till then, have a wonderful day, everybody.